Very good afternoon. Today I will talk about the politics of Europe. Since the 1990th century, Europe has been an irrelevant geopolitical entity, with the world's largest economy, 450 million people, and defense spending comparable to Russia's. The continent will be a colossus. American analysts has come to see European responsibility as fact. Still, Europe has never come close to matching the combined influence of its constituent country. Racked by crisis and by chronic economic, political, and institutional constraints over the past 3 decades, the European Union has exercised leader influence in global affairs. The most powerful member states have seen their influence wane, like France, over have resisted assuming international leadership like Germany. American analysts have come to see Europe's irresponsibility as fact. In 2011, Richard Haas, president of the Council on Foreign Relations, wrote that in the 21st century, Europe's influence in affairs beyond its borders will be merely limited. Brussels has not only disappointed Washington by refusing to further shake the burden on collective security, but it has also lagged far behind in diplomatic weight on matters of global importance. Now, all of a sudden, Europe is kicking in. The coronavirus pandemic appeared to have awakened the continent from its decades-long economic and political slumber, and revitalizing the European Union integration project. It was unimaginable until such 6 months ago. James Monnet, one of the founding architects of the EU, stated that Europa will be foreign crisis. This crisis can be forged a Europe that is safer and more asserted the world stage, helping to strengthen and define the global order of the 21st century. Initially, coronavirus destabilized Europe and much of the world, but by implementing aggressive lockdown and supporting salaried workers, the EU and its states were able to reality control the pandemic and avoid an economic collapse. In return, Europe gained worldwide prestige and trust. In recent months, Europe leaders had made a series of unusually assertive moves. After China imposed a new national security law in Hong Kong in June, the EU condemned China, calling the law deplorable. The EU also agreed to limit exports to Hong Kong on sensitive equipment. In July, for the first time, the EU imposed cyber sanctions on China, Russia, and North Korea. And this month, European leaders condemned the fraudulent election in Belarus. French President Emmanuel Macron put it this way: I see signs that Europe is beginning to see itself as a geopolitical power. The object the object is to rebuild its industrial and digital independence, strengthen the single market, better and more ambitious industrial policy, reviews competition rules, protect itself from unfair and abusive commercial practice of other countries and move towards digital sovereignty in key sectors such as digital dimension, artificial intelligence, and big data. A united Europe has from the beginning a political project of the unification of the continent, a project to build a federation of nations around a project for a shared future. Perhaps the states are sometimes too big for small problems, but today they are so too small for the big problems. It's time to bet more on the EU because the institutional design and the tools available to the states becomes by themselves insufficient to deal with dynamics such and those triggered by this crisis derive from the pandemic. So, this is my presentation. So, I hope you like. Thank you so much.